What's up? Welcome to Black Madonna HP's Table Etiquettes. Thank you guys so much for tapping in. So, I'm gonna do some personal readings and whatnot. But before we get started with the personals, kind of want to see what Beloved wants the collective to know at this time. So we'll go ahead and get started with that. Beloved, let me put that 1 second. All right, Beloved, what do you want the collective to know at this time? What's the message you have for the collective, love? What's the message you have for the collective, please? For this Sunday saturation, what is the message you have for the collective? Oh, you got the Authority. You know, with this card, I'm getting a couple of things. One of the things I'm getting is that there is some type of, because I was getting this before, some type of Emperor energy that's entering. And when I say an Emperor energy, this is someone who is of a higher upper echelon or something. This is someone that has because the card says authority. So this is someone that has the authority to open some doors and stuff for you, some doors of opportunities per se. As we're going into 2026, right? There are these groups of people that Beloved has set apart that have been doing the work. These individuals that have been grinding, being persistent, working hard, not giving up. Whatever the case has been for this group of individuals, they have someone that is coming in that has this energy of, like, I don't know if this is like someone that's a corporate person, a CEO, an executive, a marketing director, a film producer, a music producer, you name it, right? It's a variety of people that have higher rank positions, right? But I feel like this is the energy that is surrounding the collective as they go into 2026. This is a person that's able, like I said, to put the collective in a better position by opening doors of opportunities. This isn't someone who, you know, when we think about authority or authority figures, this isn't someone that's like trying to have dominion over someone or someone that's trying to rule over someone. This isn't like a supervisor or anything like that. This particular group of people, whoever this person is, this is someone that opened doors of opportunities, right? Windows of opportunities that the collective haven't seen, that have been, yeah, look what's at the bottom of the deck, right? Prosperity begins. So this is going to be a person that's able to whatever seed you planted in 2025, right? This seed has grown. So there's someone that's coming in that has like this partnership type energy. Like I said, this isn't someone that's coming to rule or, you know, something like that. This is someone that's coming to open doors, right? This person, you know, when I'm looking at this person, there's two pillars, right? So there's two opportunities that this person will be able to open as well. I feel like this is a person that's going to stand for you and stand by you through whatever. This seems like, you know how people have like managers, like if they're American Next Top Model or they're auditioning or something like that, they like have managers. So this is a person that's working for you, not against you type ordeal. So whatever is going on within the collective energy is definitely this energy here of prosperity begins for 2026. The seed has been planted. You guys haven't seen the growth that has been happening underneath the surface, but in 2026, you're getting ready to see how all the work, all the energy, all the time, all the effort that you were putting in has planted the seeds for this tree to grow in your life. So this tree is going to sprout. It's going to sprout very quickly. And these, I feel like these are the pinnacles, the opportunities that's coming your way. There could be up to 3 different doors that's getting ready to open at one time. This is when Beloved says he'll open the windows of heaven and pour you out a blessing so big you won't have room enough to contain it. Because, yeah, you don't see this coming, right? If you look behind this person, it's a castle back there, right? It's all this green lush that's behind this person, but you haven't seen it. For some of you guys, You've been in an environment that seemed dark, it seemed dreary, it seems as if nothing is happening, but something is happening beneath the surface, right? You just haven't been able to see it. So have faith, keep the faith. Yeah. For some of you guys, you had to learn lessons. Some of you guys had to learn more about your craft. Some of you guys had to research. Some of you guys had to do papers, formats, whatever the case may be. But I feel like whoever is coming towards you and whatnot is a person that's getting ready to open these windows of opportunities for you, right? Beloved, let's go ahead and get further into this energy because, yeah, 2026, I feel like 2025 was the year of planting seeds. 2026 is the year of harvesting those seeds. So it's definitely getting ready to happen for this group of people because some people don't give up. Some people are persistent as all outdoors. Like no matter what happens, like I'm not stopping. I'm not giving up. Other people stop right before the finish line, you know? Beloved, what else does the collective need to know, love? The Knight of Vibes. So it says charming, moody, romantic, seductive. So this is definitely, like I said, this is an individual that's coming towards you. They are for you, not against you. This is a person, you know what's interesting, right? It's like, I don't know why I'm getting Cadillac Records. Y'all got to forgive me, but I instantly got Jamie Foxx, right? And Jamie Foxx Hustle at that time. At that time, whoever Eddie Murphy character was, he was working with one manager and whatnot. And the manager has taken him as far as he can go. But like in that, in that movie, Jamie Foxx was a big dreamer. So he had bigger dreams. So it was like once, you know, the manager had taken him as far as he could go, then that's when Jamie Foxx stepped in and took him to his next level of success. And I feel like whoever this individual is, they are a big dreamer and they're the ones that's going to take you to your next level of success. Some people can only bring us as far as they can, because that's part of our journey, right? This person was, you know, put on our journey to bring us this far, but this is as far as they go in our chapter of our story. You know, the next chapter is someone else. So whoever this person is, this is someone else that's part of this chapter of your story and whatnot. For a lot of you guys, you had to let go. Yeah, absolutely. The chapter is over. This is the world card, the victory lap, accomplished achievement, flowers. So a lot of you guys had to let go of things. You know, sometimes change is difficult, change is hard. But I feel like for you guys in 2025, you were letting go of people, things, and places that weren't going to serve you as you move into this next chapter of your life. And I know for some of you guys that was hard, but a lot of you guys listen to your intuition, right? It was your intuition that was really pushing you to move forward or take that leap of faith or do something that you've never done before. So I feel like as we are moving forward into this next season, there's someone that's getting ready to show up in your energy that's going to help you take you to the next level. Okay? What else, beloved? What else does the collective need to know? What else? So there's this energy here, the Three of Wands, pain, betrayal, sorrow, mental anguish. This is the energy that needs to be left behind in 2025. We all have those people in our lives that bring us all kind of havoc, all kind of pain, just disruption. I'm getting distractions. So some of you guys have had distractions up until this point of your journey. You was wondering why God removed certain people out your life. It was by divine design because these people aren't going where you're going. These people would have held you back from where you were trying to go. Like this, you see, like this person, she's surprised to see, I guess, Marcus, right? Marcus has been in the book of the minds. Marcus has been her stalker, right? So she decided to relocate, move, and Marcus found her wherever she was, right? So she's surprised to see him at her window, like, dang, I moved out of state, I moved out of town, I moved out of country, and this person found me, right? So it's like this energy that's surrounding you, collective. I feel like it's an energy that may have caused you some harm or did you wrong or something. This is the energy that's not supposed to go with you, right? Because even in this Queen of Minds energy, she's on she's a pilot, she's on a plane, she's going somewhere, right? She's going to her next destination. So if you are trying to drag your Marcus, right, whether that's your mom, your dad, your ex-boyfriend, your ex-girlfriend, your cousins, your best friends, if you are trying to drag them into this next chapter of your life, you just gonna be pulled down. You are meant to soar, right? And these people are like making you lose altitude. You'll never be able to take off the way that you need to take off because you are trying to bring people with you on this next stage of your journey that's not meant to go. You know, Marcus, whoever's the Marcus in your life, needs to be left behind, right? It's a reason why this person was taken out of your life, okay? What else, beloved? What else? Because the Queen of Mind says sharp, honest, intellectual boss. And I feel like this is part of that intuition your mind is telling you. But I feel like a lot of you guys continue to listen to your heart space, and your heart space like, oh, I care about this person, I love them, so on and so forth. But beloved is like, hey, I'm getting ready to do a new thing in your life. With the Rookie card, it says first step, new vibes, limitless, right? Where you're going is a limitless location. Like sky is the limit. Like Biggie says, sky is the limit. You can have what you want, be what you want type energy. But like I said, if you're trying to bring the Marcus in your life, then this is what's going to hold you back, because where you're going, there's another, I don't want to say another Marcus, but another type of Marcus, right? Whoever that person was, a person that, you know, understands who you are in this version of yourself, because you're not the same person that you were last year. You're not the same person that you were 6 months ago, right? You have changed, you have evolved, and you are looking forward to bigger and better things in your life, right? So there's someone else that's coming in, but you got to leave whatever this person, this thing is behind. This person will only hold you back. Yeah, because there go your person, the King of Minds. This person's willing to expand and grow with you, right? So you trying to hold on to Marcus per se, but there's someone coming in, like I said, that's going to be able to help you increase, help you elevate, help you gain altitude versus someone that's bringing you down. So just think about that, collective, because it just seemed like you guys have this brand new life that's waiting for you, but you got to be willing to let go of the Marcuses in your life, right? What else, beloved? Yeah, Ten of Vibes is at the bottom of the deck behind that. So it's definitely someone that's gonna be, whoever this person is, it's this energy of someone who has the same type of mindset you do. Like if you are all around hustler, so is this person. If you are about, you know, arts or the creative crafts, so is this person. Like it's like this person is a meeting of the minds and whatnot. It's not just heart space energy. Yeah, it's like some type of connection there, but it's not all heart space energy. You and whoever this person is that's coming in like vibe on the same frequency, right? So that's what makes this new chapter something that's great and something that's grand. I'm getting a grand connection. So you guys could have a lot of people that's coming in that this is funny. You guys are afraid of new doors opening because you say you want it, but when you enter these particular doors, you don't feel like you're good enough. You don't feel like you fit in with these people, but your feet enter these places for a reason, because you do deserve to be there, right? You are part of that group. You know, initially it's gonna feel foreign to you or whatnot, but there's gonna be someone. I'm also getting with this this Ten of Vibes, there's going to be someone that takes you under their wings and show you like who everyone is, or the ropes, or what have you, however the situation goes. Because sometimes we step in different rooms, right? And these people got these prestigious ass titles, or they got these prestigious ass homes, or prestigious ass positions, right? And we just, we're so intimidated. But you are meant to be in that room, right? These people are human beings just like you. They bleed red blood just like you bleed, right? So don't be intimidated when these doors open and you feel like you don't fit in, because beloved is going to give you like a wingman to show you around, show you the loops and all that stuff. I'm getting that lady on Titanic. Remember when he was getting ready to go to dinner, and she was like, are you gonna wear that, right? But she was someone that was new money. She wasn't old money. So she went and got him a tuxedo and stuff so he could go in and fit in. And he, even though he wasn't from the upper echelon of the people on the boat, like when he talked with words that were well articulated to describe his circumstance, right? So that's kind of gonna be how you guys are. Like, don't be intimidated of these new places that you'll be entering for 2026. Okay, what else, beloved? And something's hiding. What is it? Ooh, the diamond, the sun. It says joy revealed, the good life. Jewel, welcome to the good life. Yeah, so that's that Kanye West energy. So you're getting ready to live a more established life, something that feels good. Something when you wake up in the morning, like you're going to be happy to wake up because you're going to be living like the life of your dreams. And no, I'm not selling dreams, but in comparison to where you are today, where you will be next year, you will be living the life of your dreams. Like you planted all the seeds. That's why I said this is for a certain group of people. This isn't for people that's been sitting there laying on their ass and not doing nothing. This is for the people that's been grinding it out, right? The people that have been hustling it out, the people that keep going, even though all kind of mountains and different adversities keep coming their way, they keep going. This is for those people, okay? So yeah, welcome to the good life. Yeah. What else, beloved? What else, love? What else does the collective need to know, beloved? Oh my goodness. Tons of cards are flying out. What else does the collective need to know? Ooh, oh my gosh, not the Ace of Stacks. This is the Ace of Pentacles. What does it say? What's the first word? New money, opportunities, blessings. Okay, this is what's headed your way. So if you are a person and it looks like, you know, you are going to be stuck in the same place that you were last year doing the same thing, that's not true. Someone is coming through, whoever this emperor type energy is, this person that got these fresh new ideas for you and whatever, whoever this person is getting ready to open these doors of opportunities for you. So be prepared for them. And for a lot of you guys, man, come on. Stop overthinking. You're going to be put in positions, and I said this before, you're going to be put in positions where you got to make a decision right then and there. It ain't no, let me email you on that. Let me give you a call back. Let me think about it. For some of you guys, this opportunity is going to be on the spot, and you're going to have to make a decision. Go with your first mind. Your first mind is your intuition. That's God body. That's God talking to you. That second one, that's that doubt. Right? Oh, what if this happened? What if this? Go with your first mind, take the opportunity and let God work everything else out. Because I feel like some of you guys might overthink an opportunity, and it's like, go ahead and take it before someone else takes your opportunity. They talk about destiny swapping. It's not so much destiny swapping happens as someone's willing to take the opportunity you won't take. You understand what I'm saying? What else, beloved? What else, love? What else does the collective need to know? Ooh. Dang, then you got the OG. Now, this is that person that got the T. This is wisdom. It says game spitter, guide, teacher, God body. This is that person. This is the person that's coming alongside of you. For this card to say God body, this is because this person is being sent in human form as like some type of angel to help you through this next chapter, this next stage of your life. But this is the person that got all the information you need. I think this book says manifestation as well as manifestation back here. So whatever you've been manifesting, this is part of that manifestation. Wow. And I said something about an angel, and earth angel is at the bottom. So whoever this person is definitely your angel in disguise or whatever that's coming to help you along this path. But this person is the one that you go to when you're seeking wisdom, when you're seeking knowledge, when you're seeking how to do something, right? This is that person. So beloved is like not leaving you on this journey alone, right? You're not getting ready to take this first step, and there's no one there to teach you about this path that you're going down. Beloved is sending you someone alongside of you that has the information, you know, that you need in order to be successful, right? That's why God say, take the first step and I'll show you the rest of the way. So just be confident in taking that first step. God isn't going to steer you the wrong way. God knows your beginning from the end. I mean, your end from the beginning. So just trust that this path was meant for you, right? Yeah. You know what? With this crash out card, some of you guys better be careful. If it's going back to where the motherfucking market's at. Here come this person, right? The market's in your life. You cannot take this person with you. This is the reason why. It says change, surprise, wake up call. This person is going to be an issue. You see how you got all this beautiful energy that's coming out? But then you have the Marcus energy show up, and look at her. She's screaming, yelling, hollering because this man on messed her up, or this woman on messed her up, right? She was on her way. You know, she's doing all these big things, and suddenly one night she got to go through this. It's going to deter you from the path that you're on. This is why Beloved is saying, leave those Marcuses behind. These people don't mean you no good. This is the reason why Beloved made you fall all the way back from this person or these people, right? You cut these people off, you blocked them, you did whatever you had to do, and you fell back from them, right? And this fall bar card said rest, pause, reset, evaluation. You've evaluated. You already know these people don't mean you any good. So why would you bring them along this journey with you, right? You've been in the kitchen cooking, right? The alchemist, whatever you've been in the kitchen trying to manifest is getting ready to come in. All that hard work, all that sacrifice, whatever you've been in that kitchen, like I said, cooking, whether you are a content creator, whether you make movies, whether you make music, like whatever it is that you do, you've been in that motherfucker cooking, right? Ready for something to happen. And this is going to be the year it happens. But don't let motherfucking Marcus, whoever this person, thank you for that, girl. But whoever this Marcus person is in your life, auntie, uncle, mama, brother, sister, cousin, ex, new, I don't give a fuck. Whoever you feel like is going to try to stop you on this new path that you're on, man, leave this person behind, because this is the energy that they will bring into all of this, you know, good life that you supposed to be fucking having. How you go from the sun to this here? Because you try to bring this person along with you. So don't say when this crash out, when this tower moment happened, that you weren't warned, because somebody did come and tell you not to take these people, this person along with you. Yup, that person you was thinking about right there, that one. That's the one that God is talking to you about, been talking to you about, been trying to show you. Right? This person gonna come to steal your son, baby. This person's gonna come steal your joy, steal your happiness, all of that. How you gonna go? Let's say you have a meeting with the movie director or whatnot, and your ass, you can't go like this, right? Ain't no makeup gonna cover that up, right? And you gonna what? You gonna miss your opportunity, and that will be this person's whole plan, is to hold you back. Now you're not finna leave me behind. Fuck no. Like, you think you finna become a movie star and I'm just gonna, no, right? So Beloved's like, leave your Marcus, whoever this person is, right? Like I said, friend, family, cousin, I don't care who it is. Some people you have to leave behind to move forward. Okay? What else, Beloved? What else does the collective need to know? What else, love? What else? What else, love? Too many cards, Beloved. Ooh, the Ten of Pentacles came out though. Ooh. Ooh, the Queen of Stacks and the Knight of Stacks. For some of you, to me, this is building like generational wealth. A lot of you guys got kids, teenagers, stuff like that. So the move you make today influences your kids tomorrow. So make sure, like, you want to set an example, because too many times, right, we are caught up in our shit and our kids be watching. You want to set an example for whoever the kids are in your life, because they're watching you. They're watching to see, right? Because they've been hearing you talk about it. They've been hearing you, you know, say what you're going to do about it, all that type of stuff. And they're watching to see if mom or dad, if you're going to follow through with what you say, or are you just talking, or, you know, whatever. His eye is on a sparrow, and I know he watches me. Why would that come up? His eyes on... I feel so... Why would that come up? His eye is on a sparrow. I'm wondering, you might be raising a starseed-like child, or your child is the chosen one. For real, for real. This child got a call on their life or something. Hold on. Beloved, clarify this Knight of Stacks energy. Clarify this Knight of Stacks. I'm wondering why his eye is on a sparrow. Yeah, your child. Let's talk about the kids for a moment. The kids are going through all kind of trials and tribulations, because there is an attack on this individual's life, the kids, whether it's young women, young men, but there's attacks. These kids that's coming up, this next generation, they call us millennials. So I don't know what the next generation is going to be called, but these kids are facing a lot of trials, a lot of adversities. That's because God has his hands on these children. These are really going to be the children that are our future, but they have major, major visions that we don't have in this generation. And whoever I'm talking to, you have a son or a daughter that's between the ages of, I'll say 12 and like 19. This child got a call on their life and whatnot. So now I'm getting it. This blessing isn't just coming in for you. This is about generations that's coming behind you. It's about generational wealth, right? And when I'm talking about wealth, I'm talking about mind, body, and spirit, right? Financial is cool too, but there's nothing like leaving a legacy of peaceful individuals on the earth versus all this havoc that we've been raised up in, right? This child has a call on their life, right? When you see them going through stuff, when they going through all type of attacks, when people are after them, when people are talking stuff about them, when they don't talk to you and they seem like they just in their own zone, it's because they going through shit behind closed doors. They don't feel comfortable telling you what they going through, but they going through a whole lot. Yeah. They got opposition. The Page of Flames. So there is somebody on these kids' ass. This is their op. I hate to say that about kids, but y'all know what I mean. This is like their opposition. You see, this person in the Knight of Stacks, this is an intellectual body, right? This is a person that uses that mind space or whatever. These are more of the people that is about that life, if you guys know what I mean, right? And there's different children, different kids out here. Some of us are raising intellectual minded kids. We're teaching them, not only to be celebrities, but be doctors, be lawyers, be this, be that, right? Be something different. But then it's the ones that were unfortunately raised in that life, right? That's kind of a rougher group of people that's causing a lot of havoc in the minds and the hearts of the other kids. I don't know if I'm explaining it the way I'm getting it, but y'all know, I hate to say this, but y'all know it's some badass kids. These are the YNs compared to the college dudes, right? That's the best I can explain it. Right? And the college dudes, they have to watch their back. They have to play a different position and all that type of stuff. Yeah, because the YNs, they didn't have a father figure in their life or a role model or something like that. So this person, whoever this child is, got a call on their life. So, wow. Look, oh my goodness. Cars start dropping left and right. Oh my goodness. And it's the king of, that's crazy. Y'all won't believe this. It's the King of Pentacles. Wow. And the King of Wands. Their fathers. Oh my gosh. This is crazy. But it's totally different energy that is coming from these two, right? These are more the street guys, right? These are more the intellectuals, the Christians, the spiritualists, right? The scientists, the doctors, the lawyers, you get what I'm saying? Oh my gosh. I hope I'm saying it how I'm getting it, because it's like a war going on, and it's going on with the younger generation, right? These two have already, they're already where their paths have led them, right? But these two, especially this one, this is a starseed that's having to deal with the rougher bunch of kids. Beloved, clarify this Knight of Pentacles and this Page of Flames. Why is it here, beloved? Like, I'm not going to sugar fucking coat it. Some kids are raised differently from other kids. And some kids, they go to school, and they go to school to really go to school. They trying to learn. They trying to educate. They trying to be class president. They trying to do sports. They trying to do, whatever, right? But some kids are bad as hell, right? And it all stems from the father figures, the mother figures, right? Yeah, beloved is talking about families right now with this Ten of Stacks. I was wondering why this Ten of Stacks came out, but it's the family dynamics that's making the difference. And these young ones, this is what I'm gonna call them, these YNs are causing a lot of havoc for these people, for this young group of kids. It's a battle going on. I swear to goodness. The way I'm getting it in the spiritual realm, these ones are lost. They need for their father figures that's out in the streets. Hold on, let's get on the King of Wands for a minute. That's out in the street chasing these hoes. Hold on. That's out in the street chasing these hoes, chasing money, chasing cars, chasing luxury, chasing all that type of shit. But what you need to really be chasing is your motherfucking son. You feel what I'm saying? Your son out here wilding while you chasing these women. You need to be chasing behind your son because your son needs you. So for the fathers that's not a part of their kids' lives, right? We understand that some of you are just getting out of, incarceration. Some of you guys are not in connection with your kids because of the mama. We understand all that. But instead of chasing these hoes, you need to be chasing behind your son because these young ones, they need you. On the other hand, it's these fathers that's at least trying with these type of kids and whatnot. These kids sometimes could be rebellious too. I don't know why God got me talking about the kids, right? But just trust that whatever you instilled in these kids, that they hear you, right? That it's not going unnoticed, even though at times it seemed like these kids are rebellious, right? But I really want to say it for the fathers and mothers of the YNs. Stop chasing men, stop chasing women, and start chasing your kids. Because this is what's creating the YNs. I did a Gemini read about how these YNs are produced and where they come from. They mamas, they out there chasing men. They in the club, they doing XYZ, so on and so forth. Ain't no daddy in the house. They seen all these men come and go. What you think is doing to the young men inside is making them angry, is making them upset. God said he already told you this. With this, with the Oracle, this is the High Priestess. This is the card of the intuition. God already been talking to you about this. So for those of you that are resonating with the message regarding the children, this is nothing new. This is just your confirmation that you need to start chasing behind your kids instead of chasing everything else, trying to attract a new man, trying to attract a new woman. It's time to try to, chase behind your child, make sure your child gets what they need, right? What else, beloved? Absolutely, I'm with. Absolutely, breaking generational curses. Because the YN, they're just children that's hurting, that's looking for love, that need a hug, Like, they're just, man, it makes such a difference. Oh, wow. Now, this one hit hard. I want to talk about this one. Do we need to talk about why this card is here after everything I just explained? Because don't we see it enough? With the YNs and the young kids, don't we see it enough? So I feel like what's understood don't need to be spoken, right? You see that man sitting there mourning? So don't cry when, you were told to chase after your kids. Sorry. But the mothers, the matriarchs, and they follow the parents' action. That part. But there's nothing like a father's reflection to a young man, Yeah. Beloved is saying exactly what I said. Stop you chasing behind the wrong thing. This is the 4 of Cups, right? The 4 vibes. It says boredom, lack, emotional disconnect. There's an emotional disconnect with a lot of parents and their children and whatnot. Their kids are chasing behind things they shouldn't be chasing behind of because the parents are. They really are looking for love within their parents. Take the time out to give them what they need before these streets get them. Like, it's real out here. This 2026, it's brutal out here in these streets. And once the streets get a hold of your kids, it's hard to get them back, right? So something to think about. Give me one more, beloved. Wow, one more. Let me move that. My goodness, all in the way. 2 of Mines. See, this is that moment when she run into that Marcus and whatnot. But yeah, this is the depiction when the streets get your kids out of nowhere. See, when you're out there or when their kids are out there looking for something, they run into who? The Marcus. Remember, the Marcus is the one that the collective are trying to, you say Russell Wilson or Boosie. But the Marcus is the ones that the collective is trying to get away from. So just imagine if Marcus get a hold of one of the younger ones, right? Gonna cause havoc in their fucking life. Now, if you're being told as an adult, get away from the Marcus type in your life, guess who he's going after when he catch them in the streets? You understand what I'm saying? So it's important. Beloved is saying, slow your roll. Slow your roll. You ain't paying attention, right? It says stabilization, composure, prayer. Pay attention. Slow your roll. Whatever you've been doing, yeah, fall back. Yep. So yeah, wow. I wasn't expecting that. But that's been coming up lately about the kids and stuff, because I feel like there's parents out there, like they're not paying attention to the young adults. They're not paying attention to 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. But the streets are paying them all the attention, make them feel so welcome just to do them in the end. Okay? So what's the power message? What's the power message for the collective, please? Wow. What's the power message? Wow. Act on your ideas. Good fortune is on your side. In your wise judgment, you can achieve your goals. Now's the perfect time to reach new heights. Didn't I say that? Recognize this pattern and act on your potential. Your plans are about to flourish. You're on the brink of a spectacular ascent. Embrace the opportunities ahead. And this is what I'm talking about. Whoever this individual is that's getting ready to come through and open these doors, man, you're not going to have time to think about it, right? It says divine timing, right? Ambition, collaboration, discipline, progress, opportunity, growth, and practical goals. This, when you meet this person, is divine timing. You might not have an opportunity to let me email you back. Let me give you a call. You got a business card or something like that. You might have to make a decision on spot. So just be ready for it. But yeah, good fortune, everything is on your side. Like a beloved is saying, you're getting ready to have a lot of doors of opportunities that's getting ready to open for you. Okay? And then social skills. Wow. The challenges you're facing today would eventually fade away. Your guardian angels are encouraging you to stay positive, as your luck may soon take a turn for the better. Now's the time to harness your magnetic energy and inspiring personality. Just be mindful not to let your ego take control. This is about as I get ready, collective, to thrust you forward down this path of your journey. Remember to remain humble. Right? Remember where you came from. So many people, when they get a little something, they change, they switch, they think they better than somebody. But if you remain humble, you will continuously progress down this path. But the moment where your ego gets too big and you think you better than somebody, that's when you come tumbling back down, crashing back down. We see it all the time with celebrities, actors, politicians, whoever, right? All of a sudden it's going good and then everything comes crashing down. You don't want to be one of those people. Remember that what is getting ready to happen in your life, God is getting ready to give it to you. And God who gives it can also take it away, right? So remember to stay humble and stuff. And also, it's important for you to keep a positive mindset. There's nothing worse than being a negative Nancy. I'll give you an example. Some of y'all, whatever. But Nicki Minaj, pretty girl, pretty. But her fucking attitude sometimes just stinks. And it's like, why? How can you be so beautiful on the exterior, be so ugly on the inside? She's just not the nicest person. She just seemed like, I don't know, negative energy. Like, I wouldn't want to be in a room with her more than 5 minutes because, yeah, I'm not going. So people like that, you don't want to be one of those Diddy type of stuck up ass people and whatnot. Stay humble, right? Keep positive energy, positive vibes, all that type of stuff. And beloved will continue to increase you, right? Remember the little people. When you are giving, don't give to opportunists. Give to people that's really in need, right? Stuff like that, because you're going to have a lot of opportunists. I feel like I got to touch on this too. There's going to be a lot of opportunists that's coming your way. You want to ensure that all of those Marcuses are out of your life with their hands out and all that type of stuff. Because what they're going to try to do is drain your energy, drain your bank account, drain your resources. This is why it's important to keep those people from around you. But there are going to be people that God sends along your path that are going to need some type of help, some type of assistance. Show them how to fish is what I would say, right? Don't give them the fish, but show these people how to fish, right? And last one you have is taking initiative. Make the most of what you have, and it will lead you to new heights. Acknowledge your blessings and cherish your loved ones. Inspiration will guide you forward, helping you discover your path. Exciting news and positive developments are on the horizons. When I say God is getting ready to open the windows of heaven and pour you out a blessing so big you don't have room enough to contain it, that is exactly what it's going to look like in your life. This is why I keep saying this. It's important to get the opportunists, the Marcuses, out of your circle. Because when God starts to rain down and pour down these blessings, you don't want those opportunists around, right? The ones that really love with you, that really fuck with you through thick and thin, right? The long way or whatnot. But get the opportunists out of your circles, because what's getting ready to hit you, yeah, it's big, baby. Okay, it's 2026. New things getting ready to happen. If you believe, because some people don't dream big enough. And look what's at the bottom of the deck. Wish comes true, 11:11. I ain't gonna even read the whole thing, but you guys get it. And behind that is new beginnings. So it's up to you whether or not you're ready to receive what God has for you. Like I said, a blessing too soon is a curse. So a lot of you, the people I'm speaking to, would have been prepared for what's coming. Because if God rain down, $50 million or 50 million new clients or 50 million followers, are you prepared for that level of success? No, you would have been prepared for it. God is a God of love. He ain't gonna put more on you than you can handle. Everybody, like I was saying last night, everybody always talk about going viral, but are you ready to go viral? Do you know how much energy it's gonna take to keep your virality? Right? Like you'll have a video, it's gonna hit 10 million. Are you ready to respond to all the comments? Are you ready to see if there's any producer, movie directors, or who's in your inbox? Are you ready to respond? Are you ready to, do you have your product ready? Is there something, have you been preparing for the moment when your shit goes viral? Do you have everything in place? That's what I'm saying. Everybody wants that virality and they think that's what they want, but a lot of people aren't going to be able to sustain it because they haven't even thought that far. Okay, let's say, for example, you do, let me see, let's say you have some type of product, right? You do hair, you got, some type of oil or something. You've been promoting it, you get, 10,000 here, 15,000 there, so on and so forth, right? But one day, all of a sudden, you got 3 million, right? You got 10 million, and it just keep going up and up. Now, you got people that's owns all these companies, and now they're DMing you and so on and so forth. They want to know about this product. Why is everybody talking about your product? Why do I see, this celebrity using your product? Who is this person? What's this product? Are you ready for all of that type of shit? Do you have everything in place so when you go viral that your shit hit and you able to sustain that virality? Or are you going to be a person that hit 10 million, 20 million, and then the shit is gone just like that? You understand what I'm saying? So just think about that. When you guys think about going viral, for those of you that are just content creators that's trying to go viral, you are going to have to repeat that over and over and over again. The fun's going to be gone and the pressure's going to be there. Are you ready? Right? It's not just about going viral. That's the dream, right? That's the gold pot at the end of the rainbow. But are you ready to go above and beyond to sustain that? Are you set up? Do you have shit? Do you have years of content? Do you have your content on other platforms? Really think about and be purposeful about what you're doing on your social media platforms. Are you ready for that level of virality? Because if God give it to you, it ain't gonna be no blessing if you ain't prepared for it. You understand what I'm saying? You see some of these creators, they got all these followings and so on and so forth, but some of them wasn't even ready. Others, you could tell who's ready because they've been sustaining. They continue to grow their platforms. So it's are you ready? You ready to go viral, or you just say you want to go viral just cause it just seemed like the thing to do? Because a person that's really about their business, when they say they want to go viral, they want to go viral because they're prepared. They got everything behind the scenes in order, intact, and they're ready. How the fuck you want to go viral? You got 5 videos on your page. You don't even have a collection or nothing for people to continue watching all of your videos, right? Like, let's be realistic, right? Some people been out here put in work, right? You go to their page, they got 500, 1,000 videos. Like, they've been putting in work, energy, and time. So when that time hits, people are able to go back, watch all their video, and they got something where people can just spend hours on their page or share shit, or you understand? So some people are ready to go viral. Others, y'all slacking, y'all bullshitting, and you want to go viral? Like, come on now. If you're gonna do it real big. You know, don't play with it and say I want to, because I see, like, when you go to the For You page, you know, sometimes TikTok will hit your For You page with, I want to go viral today, and people have, you know, I want to go viral, right? And you go check their page, it's like you ain't even got 10 videos. Like, what the fuck? Some people got tons of videos because they actually been put in the work. They really do want to go viral. So you don't think that even a computer, like the algorithm, be thinking about that? Like, come on. Like, this is bigger than just us. This is a big computer system that we are dealing with. When you're telling TikTok you want to go viral, man, show up. Act like you want to go viral, man. Put in work when you don't feel like doing it. Man, keep going, be consistent. Like, some people really out here, I'm telling you, if half the people told you the stories regarding how they went viral or whatnot, they've been grinding. They've been doing all kind of stuff to go viral. Some people that became famous, you think they just became famous because they just put out one song? No, they was out there. They was getting their name out there. They was talking to everybody. They was doing whatever they had to do to get to where they are. And that's what I'm saying, man. It's rules to this shit. Nothing just happens. So that's why I said this message today was for those that's been hustling, been grinding, been putting in that work. Because your time is here. Your time is coming. You feel me? But yeah, that was a lot. I know y'all like, the fuck? That was a lot. But that's what Beloved wanted the collective to know today. What if you was challenged an overachiever? Wait, what if you challenged an overachiever and passed what anyone figured you would be able to do good? If you challenged an overachiever and passed what any, elaborate a little bit on that, because I want to see exactly what you mean by that. Because an overachieved, yeah. Do you mean an overachiever? What if you were challenged and overachieved and passed what anyone figured you would be able to do? Elaborate on that a little bit. Give me a scenario. Because you know what? It depends on the scenario. Because it's possible. What if you were tested without knowing and overachieved and made some worry of what you're capable of? It would just mean that you were in alignment for that season. I'll give you an example. You know how Undercover Boss, I don't know why I get Undercover Boss, but you know how the Undercover Boss shit come in and just off of a person just really like being about their business and so on and so forth. You know, they showing out for the boss, and the boss is pleased with them. They end up getting this, you know, big check, big opportunity, something like that. I mean, those are those type of moments when it's unexpected, but the shit just happens for you. You know, sometime I feel like if you were tested, right, without knowing, and you exceeded, like you were in alignment for whatever you ended up with, right? It was your season for that. You was in alignment. So yeah. Yep. But let's go ahead and start these personal reads to you guys. Make sure you get those likes up and stuff. Let me see. Who's in the building? So if you guys got your daily hard meets and stuff, put in your BMHP rider stickers, please. I'm gonna go ahead and start with you guys. Let me see. I'm looking. And you know what I was thinking though, because I'm that type of person that thinks like that, right? When it comes to TikTok and whatnot, it's so many creators on this mug, right? But it's also so many opportunities because there's so many people that is seeing your page, seeing your content, right? Everybody has an opportunity, but it's like, are you ready for that? And can you handle that level of success when it comes? Because now you're no longer just this person having fun on TikTok. Now there's a level of expectation that people have for you. Like, the content creators that we see that go on to create blogs and all that type of stuff, they started small, but they eventually end up getting big. Now it's an expectation for them to keep that level of success going, right? And that's the part I don't think people think about when they think about virality, right? I think that a lot of people just want to go viral because it sounds good, but man, if you got a plan in place, like if I go viral, I have XYZ and I'm ready, yeah, then you're ready for that level of success. Because even when I think about it, I think Soldier Boy, he got famous off of YT, right? Like, this shit is possible. But what are you putting out there? Are you really grinding, hustling? Are you really making yourself seen and known? What is your platform about? What are you using it for? Are you using it like it's just for play? Or are you using it for real? Like, life, this game of life and how it's played. People aren't just going viral by accident. Like, there's people, they'll be like, oh, I came on TikTok and I got 100,000 followers the first day or the first week or something like that. People seen your content and they liked it, but you got to now continue to make that same type of content. A lot of content creators that make just strictly TikTok tips and stuff like that, they get more followers and grow faster because that's a niche that everybody on TikTok is looking for. You understand what I'm saying? Like, what is your game plan for this platform, right? You are obviously on it. You obviously want to grow your following and all that. And then the other thing is, ain't no use of having 100,000 followers and only 5 of them fuck with you the long way. Like, it's a lot to just think about. That's what I be sitting there thinking about. I be trying to be strategic and think about all this. My air placement started kicking in and shit. So yeah. So is anyone getting personals tonight or what's up? Y'all can start dropping y'all questions. But this is Black Madonna HP Tarot and Truth Matter. So I don't sugarcoat. I don't believe in it. I wish when I was getting into the tarot world, there was people that just were honest and authentic, because all that, oh, he's coming back, he's thinking of you, he loves you. Yeah, I was over it. Okay. You're welcome, Aunt Wig. I hope I was able to drop some jewel that you guys could take with you and stuff, because like I said, when we think about virality, we got to really want to be able to sustain it and know hands down that no matter what happens, we've been grinding and we prepared, we ready, right? Our shit is set up. We got our web pages and all kind of stuff, like, yeah. Beloved, why are we talking about all of that type of stuff? What do you want the collective to know about going viral and TikTok virality, please? What do you want the content creators to know, beloved? Since we working with my Get Rich or Die Trying deck. I know this ain't the card I think it is. The 7 of Mind. Betrayal, hidden move, shady business. Oh, watch out for the snakes in the grass, right? These are the people that come out of the woodworks when you go viral, right? You see, okay, I'll give you guys an example. Cooking with Kaya, right? I didn't really follow her per se, but I've heard of her. I've seen a video or two. But the last I heard of her, it was like people had turned against her. They were talking about her, talking about she had went broke and all this type of stuff. That's one of the things too that comes along with it. People love you today, be talking shit about you tomorrow. We see that happen over and over again. So You gotta be prepared for those negative comments. I thought about that too. Like if you go viral or you start being a household name or people know you or something like that, or they start following your every move on social media, right? You have people in the comments that have their opinion of you, right? Are you the type of person that could take all those comments? Because I see like even people that are on reality shows like Love and Marriage Huntsville and stuff like that, like a lot of people have hard times with what people are saying in the comments. Like even for Christian Rock, right? When you look in the comments, those comments are, man, vicious. It's like, are you going to be able to handle that type of shit? Because that's part of what comes along with it too, right? With the Seven of Minds, the Seven of Swords energy. Like, I don't know, for some reason, it's just people out here like that. So that's also part of what will come with it. There's snakes. Oh, and there's those people that's gonna steal some of your fan base because they're gonna recreate your pages and all that type of stuff. We know how it goes, right? Game over. Finish, evolve, level up, try again. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is the downside, right? When you go viral, right? And everything, is looking up, and are you able to sustain it? Or is it just another day of trying to get that level of virality? Is it that looking for validation through that same level of success all over again? When I think about it, that's the type of shit. That's the downside of it. You go viral though, right? You finally hit this the day you've been waiting for. You finally hit. But then suddenly the other videos ain't hitting like that, right? Your viewership is starting to go down. Shit is starting to tank. It's not, it's not sustainable. Are you ready for that? Can you be able to handle that? Like, at least I went viral one time, Like, y'all remember that girl? I don't know why she came up either. That one who used the Gorilla Glue, right? On her hair, and she had to basically damn near have surgery to get the Gorilla Glue out of her hair and whatnot. Remember how much Gorilla Glue sold during that time and how she was trending, but that shit fades away suddenly, right? But there's people that go viral, right? I'll give you an example. Let's get on a whole nother topic of just getting to one level and sustaining and really using your platform to create something bigger. Now, 50 always been the biggest ass troll, right? 50 is Big Patty. I don't care what nobody say. Ain't nobody more pattier than 50 Cent. He just dropped that documentary. I don't know why this man dropped that documentary, but he just dropped that documentary. But remember, 50 got started underground, rapping over everybody beats and whatnot, right? Dre discovered him or whatever, and one day he just hit, boom, right? He was just a rapper. Right? Then he ended up doing vitamin water. He ended up doing this, power, so on and so forth. Now that's the motherfucker that knows how to sustain success, right? He got that exposure he needed, which a lot of celebrities do. Remember everybody in the club getting tipsy and do the stanky leg and, so a lot of people have that opportunity, but they don't have that mindset of that next level to be able to sustain it and keep going forward. You understand what I'm saying? But 50, look where he at now. And that was just all off of, rapping over other people beats and whatnot. So it's different levels to the shit, whether it's social media, whether it's music, movies, whatever. It's levels to it. And you want to be one that's able to sustain whatever gift God give you. If God gives you a pinnacle, gives you an opportunity, okay, that's one opportunity. But how can you double, triple? Some people have that hustler mindset and they thinking that far ahead. Other people just dealing with the one pinnacle, spinning every fucking thing, getting tipsy and on BS. But other ones are actually thinking, okay, what can I do now? How can I make this one pinnacle 2? How can I make these 2 pinnacles 5? Like you gotta have that type of mindset if you're gonna keep shit going in life. What else, beloved? What else? The Knight of Stacks came again. See, this Knight of Stacks, he came out, what does it say? Slow grind, progress, persistent. And that's exactly what I've been talking about, like being persistent. A lot of people, like the ones I was talking to tonight, they've been in this energy, this Knight of Stacks energy. They've been persistent. They've been grinding. It seemed like it's going slow, but look, the Knight of Pentacles also turn into the King of Pentacles, who turn into the Emperor, right? But it all depends on the path you have set for yourself. Are you persistent? Will you give up when it gets hard, or are you going to look for that next opportunity, right? Like, just think about it. If you're a celebrity, you got the #1 hit song, which a lot of them came out and had the #1 hit song, but then you have that one hit, and then you become a one-hit wonder. It's the same thing on social media, same thing anywhere, top movie, whatever. You have that one, you have to try to duplicate it, right? It's a system. That's what people in the business world always talk about, is creating systems where you don't have to be there in order to keep making money, right? I feel like with this Knight of Pentacles energy, you guys, it says slow grind, progress, and persistence. These are the people that's getting ready to step into that next level. But I'm telling you, are you ready to sustain that level of success? If you think it's small, you cannot grow rich, right? Maybe you need to read that book, Think and Grow Rich, because it is levels to this shit. Things don't just happen just cause. But love is getting ready to give you guys an opportunity in 2026. We're going to see at the end of 2026 who were the ones that was really the ones that were meant for that level of success. Because some people ain't willing to keep grinding, keep working, keep being persistent. They too ready to enjoy the shit. Versus being, like Kobe Bryant became one of the #1 basketball players when he was, because while everybody was else out partying, Kobe asked to be on that basketball court. How bad do you want it? What else, beloved? What else? Seven of Vibes. Choices, illusions, temptations, thoughts. And these thoughts, right? This is the moment when you get that virality, you get that #1 hit, you get that #1 movie, you get your movie on Tubi or whatever the case may be, whatever your dream is, right? This is that moment, right? And now you have all these different doors of opportunity, right? You're going to have to make a choice on which one will be more lucrative, long-term versus the short-term. So many people are looking at short-term wealth, short-term success. Some people are looking for the long haul. This is why certain people make investments. You reinvest your funds, all that type of stuff. So this is one of those type of moments this year that you'll have, is where you'll have these doors of opportunity open, and you're going to have to make that split-second decision on, okay, I'm going to go with that, or I'm going to go with Universal, or I'm gonna go with the Knicks, or I'm gonna go with whatever, right? It's like one of those type things. You're gonna have to make a choice, like out of nowhere. This ain't something, like I said, this year you can't sit on choices, or else that opportunity will go to someone else. The world is moving too fast. There's too many different people, right? Just like I was thinking one day, right? I'm a deep thinker. I be thinking of all kind of shit. I was thinking, what happened to dude from Guess Who? What was his name? Ashton Kutcher. And then I'm like, did they replace him with Shannon Tatum or whatever after he did that Nickelodeon speech? Then I'm like, man, it's fucked up, but they will replace your ass quick. Certain things can be replaced. Michael Jackson, ain't no more Michaels coming out in our generation. Ain't no more Princes who could sing every note, that could play every motherfucking instrument. Ain't no more of that. Some people can't be replaced, but that's also what set them apart in their industry. Oh, the Page of Flames. Curiosity, new hustle. See? New hustle, creativity. This is about flipping it, right? Flipping that opportunity and make a new opportunity out of the one that you were given. Collective, 2026. Beloved is getting ready to open this door of opportunity. Let me just summarize all of it. Beloved is getting ready to open this door of opportunity. This door of opportunity is a big door because there's a person that's getting ready to come in that's gonna got the key to unlock the door and is going to open it for you. But what you do from there is up to you. Like, you could take that one opportunity and settle into it. And that's good enough for me. That's all I ever wanted. whatever, that's cool, right? But for the others of you, you're gonna think about that one opportunity and you're gonna think, okay, how can I make this Tubi movie and to, I don't know, how can I take it to Universal? You know, how can I take it to MGM? How can I, you know, some of you guys are gonna think bigger. And that's what I'm trying to get you guys to realize. Like, it's an opportunity coming. Everybody not ready for this level of opportunity, and some is just gonna dwindle the opportunity because that's where their mindset is. But others are going to think bigger and be able to make this opportunity into 2 opportunities, into 3, into 4, into 5, right? They're going to constantly keep flipping it until they really like get on a certain level. Like, damn, look how far I've came in just a year. Like, damn, I didn't even know this was possible. And it happens for people every day, but that's the difference between someone that has a one-hit wonder and someone who has made it in the industry 10, 15, 20 years. You know, you always got to be looking for that next door of opportunity, okay? What else, love? Oh, it's coming. The 6 of Flames, that's the 6 of Wands. Recognition, victory, respect. Watch out for the haters, too, in the background, right? But it's coming. You are getting ready to be seen. People, you are getting ready to be noticed. You are getting ready to go viral. You are getting ready to be famous in your niche. Whatever it is, get ready for it because it's coming. Like I said, there's going to be haters in the background that's looking to take your shine, take your spots. Or these could be people that's waiting. This is how many people lined up to take your spot, right? The moment when you don't give an answer for that door of opportunity, this is the people that's waiting in line. Look, they're all the way back there. People that are waiting in line to be in your spot. You understand? So if you don't take this opportunity serious, that beloved is getting ready to give to you, it's some people standing in line that's hungry for it, right? That'll knock you out the box quick because you didn't appreciate it. That's how this shit really happens, man. So when the beloved give it to you, what you gonna do? Don't just sit there and act like it's something small. This is something major that other people will love to be in your shoes and have. Okay? What else, beloved? What else does the collective need to know? What else, love? Ooh, the whip. Momentum, victory, pushing forward. And see, that's kind of the energy that I was talking about, man. There's people that would love to be in your place. This opportunity that the beloved is getting ready to give you, there are people that would love to be in your place, but you got to have the momentum to keep this shit going. Like, you got to have that mindset, like, nah, I work too hard for it. Like, you got to be determined. You got to be persistent. You got to really be hungry for it. I feel like some time when people fall off, it's because they ain't hungry no more. They lost that hunger. But when you ain't got it, when you trying to get it, you have a certain type of passion for it. You hungry for it, right? It's like a different drive that you have. But once people start getting comfortable and shit, that's when they start slacking. And that's when they start falling off because they feel like, oh, I'm here. So, you know, whatever. You should just be grateful that I'm here. Motherfucker, do you know how many more yous that they can create in a moment? While you not taking that opportunity seriously, they will recreate you over and over and over and over and over again, right? He the man right now, right? He's standing out from among the rest. You see they in black, he in white. He already did all of his hard work, energy, effort, and time to get to where he at. Now it's people lined up that's hungry for that same opportunity. This reminds me of the rap game. Right, when you got the dude that's the man, right? Like I wasn't really a person that listened to Young Dolph, but I feel like he must have been the man in some type of way. And these were the people that was left behind that would have loved to be in his place, you know. But he thought he can go back to that same place where people are hungry at and just dwell among them, and you can't do that. Sometimes when God brings you from among them, it ain't meant for you to go back around them, because that's 9 times out of 10 what happened. Nipsey Hussle, that's another thing that happened in the same type of way. You know, he had a store in his area. That's how much he loved where he was from. But the same thing happened. Sometime once you reach a certain level of success, ain't no going back to where you came from, because you're not there no more. You know, people try to take it from you. you know? So keep moving forward. You see, her whip is a yacht, right? She moving forward quickly. She ain't on land. She on sea. She on some whole other stuff. You understand what I'm saying? That's what you got to be on, some whole other stuff. I mean, totally outside the box. Okay. What else, beloved? What else, love? Ooh, manifest. It says teamwork, collaborations, partnerships. What was I saying? Like, this the level you need to be thinking of. Okay, so I got this opportunity, but I wonder if I could partner with Coke, since I offer XYZ. I wonder if I could partner with Walmart. I wonder if I could partner with X. You understand what I'm saying? Like, thinking bigger, not just thinking small and creating small little baby dreams. You know, we serve a big God. You know, if you want a God chosen one and he already gave you one opportunity, you don't think he'll open the door up for that other big opportunity that you got in mind? That may be why the door open, right? So I feel like when Beloved is talking about these collaborations and partnerships, I'm talking about big partnerships. I'll give you guys an example. I swear to goodness, I've been a dreamer forever. I remember a Beloved gave me a download for a business idea like in 2000. If it was even 2000, maybe it was 2020. I'm thinking too far back. No, about 2015. Yup. Because in 2020, I would have been a millionaire had I listened to Beloved. But in about 2015, he gave me an idea, and I was in the perfect place because I met somebody that would have been a benefactor. He really didn't have nothing to do with his money besides invest, right? But I wasn't in the right type of mindset. You know, I was still on bullshit, worried about relationships and love and marriage and the house and the carriage and all that type of shit. But I had met a benefactor that was there, like, super serious. He was going back and forth to China, and he was telling me, like, I found this product that I think will change the game when it comes to the hair care industry and stuff like that. And he wanted me to just do the business plan. Did the business plan, all of that, wrote it up. It would have been the shit. And it would have made me a billionaire during COVID 5 years later, right? But I was bullshitting and I didn't do it. So tell you how God worked in mysterious ways. It was like God, you know, God got a sense of humor, right? So one day I'm rolling down the street and whatnot, and I see my dream ride past me, right? I was like, wait, hold on. I was like, hold up. Is that what I think it was? And it was. It was like the same thing that God had given me to do that someone else had did. And it looked at exactly how mine was. I mean, everything about it was like, see, I told you. And that's what I mean when I say this right here. Two, what you won't do is people lined up to do it. When God gives you a dream, God gives you a download and whatnot, there's people lined up. If you don't take that download, if you're the first person that get it, remember, we are all like connected. We're a collective energy, a collective body. If you don't get that dream and you don't take it and make something out of it, what Beloved is going to do is pass it on to the next person. Remember that story that Beloved said about the 10 talents, right? And how he passed it out, one talent to everybody, right? So he gave this person a talent and this person a talent, this person a talent. So this person went and buried their talent because they were scared of what God would do if he came back and they didn't have a talent. So he went and buried it. The other one flipped it into 2 or something like that, 2 or 5, one of them. And then the other one flipped it into 10. So God took all the talents away from the one that had the 1s and the 2s and gave it to the one with 10, right? So that's the same way this blessing, this door opening is about to hit, right? Some people, they gonna take that one talent and, you know, like I said, go show out, show off, do whatever it is that they do with it, and that's gonna be the end of that talent. Some people gonna double it, right? But that one that takes that one opportunity and turns it into 10, that's gonna be the one that God entrusts with more and more and more and more. You understand what I'm saying? So that is what this collaboration partnership energy is about. And that's why my fucking feelings was hurt when I see my dream roll past me. It was like, okay, God, no taking. Next time, never, ever, ever again in life will I do that? When God gives me a gift, when he entrusts me with something, like, I'm gonna give you this idea first, right? And then I don't do nothing with it. I get distracted with a relationship, a Marcus. Like, are you serious? I got distracted with a Marcus. I could have been paid with another Marcus, 4 new Marcuses. I got distracted with one Marcus. Like, oh my gosh. What else do you want the collective to know, love? What else? What else do you want the collective to know? Ooh, come through, beloved. This is the moon card. You see how she pointing, like, listen to your intuition? It says hidden truth, spiritual connect, intuition. That's God body. God's getting ready. Either God has already, or God is getting ready to do you like he did me and give you this major download on how to take this opportunity and make it into something bigger, how to create generational wealth for you and your family, how to, implement that piece into a new engine to make the next Tesla or whatever, right? It's like, even just think of Elon Musk. You think Elon just got that out of his own head? No, God gave him a vision, right? Because he started with PayPal or something, right? God trusted him with another vision. He implemented it. This is all that be happening. God be giving us downloads. It's just up to you whether or not you listening. And you be like, oh, well, I ain't got no money for it. So, okay, well, it's going to the next person that ain't got no money for it, who will believe in it. Because God will make a way out of no way. You understand what I'm saying? So, beloved, is like, at this time, listen to your intuition, because I'm getting ready to do a new thing in your life. This thing is big. It's miraculous. You're going to know what's me, but are you going to believe? Are you going to listen? Like, pay attention. You see how she pointing to her ear? Pay attention. Listen, because I'm finna give you, when he said a dream, this dream might come as either a dream or as a vision or something. Yeah, this is something new. Look, the rookie's back at the bottom of the deck, right? The rookie, first step, new vibes, limitless, right? So if God gives it to you, just know it's a limitless possibility of what you can do with it. I promise you. Elon Musk, he ain't even from America. First off, he an African American. He from West Africa. Right? West Africa, East Africa, one of them Africas. but he started with the PayPal thing. He wasn't even nowhere worried about no cars or no spaceships. Right? These are all, downloads that he got in. Wait, to add insult to injury on motherfuckers, Elon Musk got that it's like a form of autism. So Elon Musk ain't even 100% like the rest of us. He got a touch of autism. It's called Asperger or something. He got that. And look what he accomplished. Don't tell me God won't do it. God will do it. Okay? What else, beloved? What else, love? What else? You guys, hit that like button and follow me, please. Because I will be doing some personals. What else, love? Wow, beloved might be like, that's it. I ain't got nothing else to say. Okay. I was going to say, hey, Black. 2 of vibes. Union, love, soul connection. So it's the same. I see why beloved went through the whole deck. Because it's the same energy read. It's the same vibe. Beloved is getting ready to bring in that person. Remember, if you guys were here for the earlier read, it was the OG that was coming through, right? The King of Swords and the Queen of Swords. So you won't be on this journey alone, but man, don't get distracted. Don't get distracted like I did. Maybe that's why I told that story. Don't get distracted by love in marriage. Love in marriage goes together like a horse with no fucking Al Bundy. Was that his name? I said Al Bundy. Was that his name? I think so. But yeah, don't get distracted though with this victory lap, accomplished achievements and flowers. Like, you want to finish the work God gives you before you start a new relationship or start something new and fresh. Like I said, beloved's gonna give you somebody that you guys, it's like a meeting of the minds, right? You guys are on the same frequency when it comes to the mind. This is what this Two of Vibes energy is. Some of you guys though, every can I say this honestly? Because I think like some people still need to hear this. Every fucking chapter ain't about love. Some chapters is about you, because you have something to do here for humanity. If you and a person are meant to be together, y'all got something to do for humanity. Y'all got something to do for a foster child. Y'all got something to do together. Then you'll have someone there with you. You know, stop overthinking about, I need a man, I need a woman, I need a wife, something. Because a lot of things, when you do it alone, people like that just fall into position. You wasn't even thinking about them, wasn't worried about them, but somehow here the fuck they is. And then, you know, they're not a distraction. They're good for your soul. They're good for your spirit. They're good for your life. But so many of you are trying to attract in people that, on number one, don't mean you no good. They there for their own selfish reasons, right? It feels good at the moment, but that's all it is. It's a feel good type of relationship. I mean, I feel like telling you guys, choose your poison. Because for some of you guys, relationships is your kryptonite, like Superman. Some relationships is your kryptonite, and you got to look at it. What brings you down faster than anything else? Relationships. It stops your dreams, stops your goals, it stops your ambition. Some women are kryptonite for you. Some men are kryptonite for you. Like, let's just be honest. It ain't for everybody. Everybody ain't built for it in every season. Some people can have a beautiful relationship and still flourish in life and make things possible. Others get easily distracted. They got all emotional, you know, they mental health start to decline, all kind of shit. So if you know that relationships have been your kryptonite up until this point, yeah, you might want to stay focused on the vision that God gave you. Yeah. Ooh. And stay focused on the kids too. So wait, it's coming back to the kids. God on the kids again. Wait, hold on. God ain't letting go of talking about these kids, right? It says youthful inner child sensitivity. There are some babies that you guys need to focus on in this chapter too. This ain't always every chapter. Can I say this? Every chapter ain't about love. What if your daughter or your son was going to go on to be, I don't know, some great ass person, right? And all they needed for you to do was feed their dreams, right? I don't want to really say it about her because I don't feel like she's that great of a person at this point, and maybe I'm being a judgmental ass Virgo, but Beyonce, you know, her parents, yeah, her mom had a hair salon, but her dad put in a lot of energy, time, and effort with her and to build her career and make sure that she became as successful as she is now. So for some of you guys need to put all that time, energy, and effort into your kids. And in the next chapter of your lives, your kids will feed you with the good parts and good things of life. Because some of you guys get too distracted with relationships. Let's just be honest. The kids be suffering and you be distracted with a relationship. And then to add insult to injury, you keep attracting emotionally unavailable people, right? This person is the king of mind, authority, wisdom, mental mastery. A motherfucker be playing mind games. But this person sometime be that way for a reason, because you in the wrong season. This ain't the king of cups. It's the wrong season. And that's why the king of swords be there. Because you think every season is about love. This is a whole different season for you, dog. Look the other way, beloved. Yeah, look. Some of you guys, wait, hold on. Stand on business and attend a flame. Some of you guys, man. Okay. Beloved has warned you about an individual, about a person, about a situation. This is one of you guys' outcome. Like, this shit is serious, right? It's like, she's gone, obviously. This person's gone. This person is incarcerated, and there's some other person mourning for her. But this is why every man, especially with a King of Swords energy too, emotionally unavailable individual, this man, when he says, when on this card, stand on business, look at his eyes. That's why I chose him, because the intensity of his eyes. It didn't look like he was crying. It looked like he was sad. It didn't look like he was mad. It looked like he was doing exactly what the card said, standing on business. Because, hey, I had to do it, right? Stoic. That's that stoic mentality. He's not showing no emotions behind it, right? So I feel like, beloved, man, it's too much going on. Oh my goodness. Some of you guys better watch out for your kids for the damn boogeyman too, though. Like, that's a whole nother topic that I won't get into. I could keep going on and on. Like, beloved be hidden with all kind of downloads, but I felt like you guys should get the point by now of what beloved is trying to say. Beloved is really trying to talk about, like, leaving the past behind, letting the past things be the past thing, moving forward with the new things, realizing what chapter you guys are in at this point in time in your life. Are you in the love chapter? Are you in the building chapter? Are you in the going to school chapter? Are you in the finance chapter? Or what chapter of your life are you in? Look at your life. Your life speaks to you. Are you listening? Because you could tell, okay, well, I think this chapter is just about, me and my kids, because I don't care, what I do, nothing's working over there. I think it's just meant for me just to be in the house with kids. It ain't meant for me to be going out and taking trips and doing all this and that. This is the chapter for me and my children. Maybe I'm just meant right now to raise my kids up and be there for my kids and focus on them. I mean, identify the chapter of your life that you're in. It'll help you to not get anxiety or depression. I say depression is when you are thinking about something in the motherfucking past, and anxiety is when you worry about something in the future. If you bring yourself back to the present moment, you'll have peace. But we so busy living in the past and worry about the future that we don't have time for the present moment, and we miss this moment. Like, be in the moment and identify your chapter. It'll bring you so much peace as you go into 2026. Okay? So yeah. Who is she on? Anyone? I didn't really do any reads tonight. I just been chopping it up really on Saturation Sunday and hitting messages with kind of what beloved wants the collective to know. Because at this stage that we're in, we're getting ready to go into a totally new year and stuff like that. Let's kick this shit off right. Because the winter time is the perfect time for manifestations and all that type of stuff. So yeah. Beloved, what's in the collective higher mind? How are you seeing the collective? How are you seeing the collective at this time? How are you seeing the collective at this time? This should be interesting. How are you seeing the collective at this time, love? Change. You guys are changing. Oh my goodness, I hope not. I see the bubble boiling and stuff down there. Y'all see that? Oh my gosh. I hope that ain't what beloved means. Beloved, clarify this change card. Like, hold on. Come on, God. Why change here? Please give us, how are you seeing us at this time, God? Oh my goodness. Change and strength. Interesting. What I feel like beloved is saying though, on a real note, it's like through a lot of adversities that we have faced and challenges that we have faced, it has been creating a change within the collective and whatnot. I feel like adversities come at us a lot faster because we have a lot more technology, a lot more influence, things that really is being poured into our spirit and stuff. And that's what's creating all these bubbles and stuff around us. But somehow we are able to stand tall in the midst of these adversities, because life is an ever-changing shift, right? The earth is gonna keep spinning no matter what, but somehow we've been able to stand tall despite what's going on around us, right? And that's why God is is like pouring down his strength on his people. I feel like for a lot of us, we be thinking it's us that get through the day or whatnot, but it be that touch of God's love that get us through the day or get us through that moment or get us through that trial, get us through that temptation, whatever. We don't know how much God's hand has actually been us. Let me give glory to God for his strength, for his mercy, and for his grace, because if it wasn't for him, a lot of the time we will be stepping in that lava. We will be stepping into these sinkholes and different stuff that we know nothing about. But because God has given us his anointing, his blood, right? We haven't been touching all of these sinkhole, all of these traps that were set forth for us. Somehow we've been seamlessly getting away from all the things that seem to be trying to bring us down. And that comes from God's strength, from his mercy, from his grace. I feel like this is us, like as a seed and God's crown or something, right? And God has always like keeping his head of protection around us and stuff like that. Because even in this card, I'm looking at the depiction of things flying up and stuff. But if you look at all the different tattoos and different stuff on her body, like that's ingrained from what God had already given us since the beginning of time, right? So I feel like, man, right now, collective, God has mercy. God has been having grace on us, all that type of stuff. Because a lot of things that were sent to hurt us, to destroy us, haven't. Because God has always kept his hedge of protection wrapped around us. We are still wrapped in his light, his love, and whatnot. Especially if I don't know why this looks like a ram here, but that's like that Aries energy, but maybe that's that Emperor energy that was coming out earlier too, right? That, what did it say? That authority figure, that hedge of protection, right? But yeah, that's amazing though. Interesting. What's our power message? And I'm going to get up out of here. But yeah, if it had not been for God, man, where would we be? Like, honestly, some people, I swear to goodness, that's why sometimes if I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna be 100. If I see Christian on somebody's profile, I'll be hesitant to friend them. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because they so judgmental. And I'm like, if you know Christianity, if you know about spirituality, you would know that God has designed us all down spiritual paths. Now, if I told you I had a bachelor in Christian ministry and you was just sitting in the pews, then what? You understand? God has me where he wants me. That's what God wants me doing at this season of my life. I wanted to be a pastor. I wanted to be a preacher, but how many women preachers y'all know that's successful, right? How many of y'all know that can stand in the pulpit and not be judged for being a woman pastor and all that type of stuff? Very few. We got some Joyce Myers. I hear you guys. We had Juanita Bynum, right? We had Sarah Jakes, or we got Sarah Jakes. I understand, but it's very few compared to all of the male pastors. Not only that, where's the churches at? Because we got all kind of epidemics and pandemics and all kind of stuff. Don't get me started. Right? There's a lot of reasons though, right? Where I'm happy with where God has taken me down my spiritual journey, right? I still have my foundation. I still know who my Father is. I still know who my Savior is, but I'm not finna play those judgmental ass games. Like that's my only thing. I'd be like, oh man, I don't want to be judged, because as soon as they look at my profile, they're going to be like, I'm scared, God. I'm scared. I'm scared to. Yeah, I don't want to be Christian, but I can get better every day. No, it's nothing wrong with being Christian, but today's Christian make you feel so judged. The God I serve is a God of love, right? He said, love the Lord your God. Jesus say, love the Lord your God with all your heart, all your mind, and all your strength, and love your neighbor as yourself. So if I'm loving you as I love myself, then I'm fulfilling God's commandment, right? But people want you to be under that Old Testament, 10 commandments, what is it called? Hold on. That Old Testament 10 commandments teaching. And that's what's keeping people so bonded. That's what Jesus came for. That's why Jesus was talking to the Sadducees and the Pharisees about keeping his people in chain. That's why Jesus didn't like them, because they want them to go and worship and do all this and that, but they weren't doing it, right? They were sinning and judging and doing X, Y, Z. So that's why Jesus came to teach his word, because, yeah, the Christian leaders weren't teaching his word right. Like, literally, that's the old commandments. We ain't under the old commandments. We under the new commandments. So if you one of those people that you really must don't know God, because you wouldn't know what commandment we under. You wouldn't know that we under that law, that Jesus came to abolish all the commandments and make it into love your neighbor as yourself. Love the Lord your God. But see, you can't teach some people that, because here they come with some more scriptures on you. Well, in Luke 25, chapter 2, God says, oh, here we go. I ain't got time for that. I ain't got time. Like, no, I'm not finna argue verse for verse and you jumping around the Bible. Like, this is my conviction. This is what God want me to know. Be love, because I'm love. That part. Because I've seen a lot of people that claim to be Christians, that when funerals come around, where y'all at? I don't see y'all nowhere praying. I don't see y'all in hospitals. Don't get me started. Right? So that's why I'm like, I love God. I love Christianity, all that type of stuff. But it's his people. And that's why he himself left the tabernacle, because the people was in there sinning. Like, don't nobody want to be judged. People want to be loved and accepted for who they are, And all of us had our journeys. And some of our journeys were difficult. Some of us had hard beginnings and hard starts, right? It's by the grace of God that we made it this far. And then you got people that want to judge you based upon the little bit that they know about you. No. God will never. God is a God of love. I'm sorry. God seen you from the time when you were a child, the time when you were an egg, still in your mother's womb, right? He already chose you. Here you have people, if you don't do this, if you don't do that, keeping you like held down. And already, man, we don't went through so much. God don't seen us. It was him that protected us from all these attacks that we could have sunk to the pits. But if it had not been for God's mercy, his grace that was written all over us, where would we be, man? Where would we be? So while people be talking, they don't understand, like, God seen it all. You just see me, but God seen, that time when I cried, when that man did this or that, when my dad did this, when my mama did that. God seen everything. That's why I love God, because God has been with me. God is the reason for the season. If it had not been for the Lord who was on my side, where would I be? So I'd be like, man, forget people. I know the God I serve. If it had not been for him, I don't see him come through time and time again. When I was crying out and I had 6 people die back to back to back to back, couldn't nobody tell me. It was nobody but God that got me through all that. So whatever. People so quick to judge. That's why I'm like, yeah, all right, go through it. I want to see how you come out of it. Because it was like carrying 6 different big ass buildings on your shoulders, right? And you just got to stand strong. Where I get that strength from? The Most High. That part. You understand what I'm saying? Thank you, Rick. So, man, forget what people got to say. People always going to have something to say. But God, who sits high and looks low, he see us. He's seen us since the beginning. That's the beautiful part of it. He always have held us in such a beautiful light. It's people that make us seem like we just so, horrible. We deserve the pits of hell or whatever. And God's like, man, I see you. You beautiful to me. I love you. You mine. That's all that matters to me at the end of the day. Like, that part. Okay? What else, beloved? What else does the collective need to know? What are our affirmations as we close out this reading? Told you I could be on here, man. Because God has been so good to so many of us. I mean, I get happy when other people are just talking about their life. Like, look at God. God be showing out. Y'all ever hear a testimony and y'all like, ooh, glory to God, but y'all mean it like for real, from the bottom of your soul, because you know that story that person told you couldn't be nobody but God that did it for them. Like, God be showing out for all of us, man. That's why I'm like, I don't know how people don't believe. And man, I don't know how people don't believe. Look, success and wealth come to me easily. Then I say that it's coming in one way or another, collective, whether y'all ready for it or not. This is almost like for your persistence, for you having faith in the Most High, for you not giving up in those times of dark trials and tribulations, for everything that you had to go through as a child, for everything that hurt you, for every person that doubted you, for all the disappointments, for all the BS that people talked on your name. Like, yeah, I release doubt and welcome courage. Yes, because you finna step into this. This is what I'm saying. Success and wealth comes easily to me. When you step in those doors, this is what you're gonna have. You're gonna have to have courage. Because you ain't been in those doors before, beloved. These new doors, you haven't seen doors like this. See? My life is rich and full. That's the whole reason for my get rich or cry trying deck is, because we don't cry some tears, man. We be crying through this motherfucker, right? Just trying to get happy, just trying to be rich in spirit, rich in soul, rich in mind. You know, we just try to be like a whole person. And we have all these adversities and things and people trying to distract us from it. But beloved is saying that your life is rich and full. Get ready for what's getting ready to come towards you, collective, because 2026 is your year. And the whole thing that I'm getting is God wants you to know that he did it. Ain't no man, ain't no woman gonna be able to take like credit for what God's getting ready to do in your life, because it's going to have his name written all over it. You know, in those moments, you know, could nobody do it, but God did it. You know, that time when you know your credit score was 520, but you still got approved from that house. Won't God do it? Like, it's that type of blessing. Like, I know that had to be God, because I swear I didn't even have all my paperwork. My credit score was 520, and I still got approved for that home. I know it had to be God, because I wanted that 2024 Tahoe, right? And I know that my credit was 425, but somehow I still walked up the dealership with the car and only had $5,000 down. Like, won't he do it? God does amazing things, and that's what 2026 is about, is watching God show up and show out in your life. God is doing a new thing in this season. This is for the people that had to cry, that had to stress, that's been through everything and never gave up hope, that's persisted in spite of every adversity that came towards them. This is who this next blessing is for, those that never ever gave up despite the odds that they should have. Okay? But either way, I thank you guys so much for tapping in to Black Madonna HP's Table Etiquettes. My Get Rich Cry Trying Tarot deck is out now. It's going to be on sale for this next week. I'm going to put it back on sale. So if you're interested in that, definitely grab that. If not, if you need a personal reading, please DM me. Other than that, I thank you guys so much for tapping in. Until next time, love, peace, and so take care. Thank you, Rick. I appreciate it.